Mailer service. The mailer service will be used to send emails. In this tutorial, we will build, review the API and create access keys for sending messages. Let's repeat our usual actions. Let's go to the Docker Compose file, look at the mailer block and see that we have the same parameters. Copy the host for the database and paste it into the .env file. Let's copy our config to the main file. Next, let's go to package.json and copy our common. Let's look into the dependency block and see the SendGrid module. This module will be used to connect to the Send Email API. Let's install npm. Go to the console and install. Now let's build our service using Docker. Let's test our service in the Docker client. Let's check in the browser. Everything is fine, we can move on. Let's jump into the routing class and look at the initialization. route/sendgrid/email post method. At this address, we will make a test request to send messages to the email API. Let's go to the controller. We see in the validation block we have 3 fields. Subject, message, email. Let's open our validation class. Validation of the subject field checks for the length of the string, no more than 20. Email checks for a valid email. Message must be no more than 100 characters. Everything is simple. Let's go back to the controller and look at the logic run. As we can see, 1. The SendGrid object is created. 2. Call the send method with the template parameter to email. 3. We return the client's response. Let's take a look at the email template that is needed for the send method. Let's go to the email directory and find the test email class. The object takes 3 parameters in the constructor. 1. K, recipient's email. 2. Name, the name of the sender. 3. Message, the message we want to send. Let's move on to the SendGrid class. In the class constructor, we pass 2 parameters. 1. API key. This key must be created in the personal account of the SendGrid. We will deal with this later. 2. Sender's email. All these parameters are stored in the local.env file. Next, we have the send method, which loads the email template we discussed earlier. And the letter is sent. Let's now create a SendGrid account. Let's go to the official site, register and log in. The next step is to verify the email. We go to our email account and find a confirmation letter from SendGrid. We verify. Go to the personal account of the SendGrid and in the settings go to the API key tab. We create a key. We copy our key to the local env file. And we also copy the email address on which the SendGrid account was created. The next step is to create and verify the sender. Let's follow the link and create a sender. Enter data and click Save. Then we go to the mail and confirm the sender. We are ready to send emails. Let's open the Postman client and create a new request. Let's write the method, URL. In the body we write our parameters for transmission to the email. Let's send and see the status 200, which means good. Let's check our mail. We see that everything is working and the letter has arrived. Our mailer is ready for future sends, which we will do in the general service in the next lessons. See you soon.